Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is JT from Above and Below the Belt. I got another topic to talk about. Uh, is Floyd the best in his generation ever? Um, that's what I want to talk about. And okay, one thing about Floyd Mayweather, um, of course, he was different. They call him Money Mayweather, and it's different between being Money Mayweather and Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather. But I mean, when he was at that weight, when he was starting out, as in I think it was super featherweight and light weight, he was knocking out a lot of people. He had power because when he went up on weight, the people got bigger, so he had to outsmart the people and be very intelligent in the ring. That's what it's all about, intelligence. That's what I'm gonna keep on saying that. The smarter fighter, the intelligent fighter is all the one will win. I would say most of the time. But is he the best of the generation of now? I would say, oh, of course, yeah. Everybody talking about his record's 50 and 27 50 fights and 27 KOs and 0 loss, which I didn't like. That last fight with McGregor, I don't really count it. It counts, but it was he wasn't even a fighter, really, a boxer. He was one of them UFC fighters and whatever. But one thing about him, Floyd Mayweather, his work ethic was crazy. He was always in the ring. He don't smoke. He don't drink. I mean, you gotta take it serious. That's why he's the pound for pound king. That's why he's the best of this generation. Some people might say he's the best ever. Now, I don't know about that. Now, I think it's between Sugar Ray Robinson, who I pick as in will give him some will give him some go. I think they neck to neck to a certain point, because Sugar Ray Robinson had over 200 some fights, and I think he had 16 losses or something like that. But the boy was bad. Now, Muhammad Ali, some people might say Muhammad Ali, some people might say Roy Jones Jr. Or some people might say Floyd Mayweather. But I'm talking about an all time. That depends on the person, and you can always pick at somebody's career, because I think a lot of people in boxing cherry pick. I don't care who it is. If you fight a top fighter the next day, the next month, in 3 more months, you might pick a fighter that was okay. You know what I'm saying? And then you go back to a person who can definitely you go back to a person who give you a challenge, a top boxer, and then you'll relax for the 3 months and fight somebody who's just okay. Just relaxing, because when you fight the top fighters, I mean, you're gonna go through. It's gonna be a fight. I'm not saying you're not gonna go through a fight with a person who's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because but anyway. But the thing about it is, I say Sugar Ray Robinson, and it's between Sugar Ray Robinson and Floyd Mayweather. To me, it's between them two, and I gotta think about that a little bit more. Who's the pound for pound? I mean, not pound for pound king. I mean, of course there was, but I'm talking about the all-time greatest boxer of all time. I can't put Muhammad Ali there. I think a lot of people say Muhammad Ali is the greatest because mostly what he did outside the ring. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about straight inside the ring. I ain't talking about no personal life and what they did outside the ring. I think people can't separate the difference between Muhammad Ali when he was outside and inside the ring. You know, so he was a great fighter too. Don't get me wrong, Muhammad Ali, but Sugar Ray Robinson and Floyd Mayweather, man, that's between them two to me. Roy Jones Jr. was a great boxer too now. He was a great boxer too now, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, he was a great boxer too. But yeah, I'll say out of this generation, Floyd Mayweather, hands down. And another thing too, they talking about he should have lost with Luis, who was that dude? Castillo. I seen that fight on YouTube, and the thing about with that fight, I seen the highlights, and the highlights will make it seem that a person can be it make you seem like the person is winning. It don't matter who it is. When you got highlights, instead you got to see the whole fight. Don't see no highlights, because the person who uploading up there on YouTube might favorite the person that who they want to win, and put the most clips of them getting a good punch in versus the person they fighting. So I had to see the whole video. I had to see the video again with him, Floyd Mayweather and Castillo fighting, and Mayweather, the first fight. I'm talking about the first fight. That fight, man, that fight was close, but the thing about it is, I think Floyd Mayweather won because of the accuracy. His punch is more clean, and you know, I mean, of course, Castillo, what his name is, Luis Castillo, had to make it dirty, which you have to make it kind of dirty too if you can't box like Mayweather, of course. He was hitting him below the belt, and then on top of it, you got to think about this. I think it was Floyd Mayweather's arm was messed up too. No, I think it was his shoulder. It was something he had a problem. So, but not even trying to. I should have never bought that. Well, you know, he had a problem with that, but it was something wrong with his shoulder, I think. I think it was his back or shoulder, one of them. But the thing about it is, his punch was clean. It was more clear. It was more more accurate. I mean, especially to the face of Luis Castillo. And the thing about it is, Castillo didn't hit him. Castillo hit him in the head and hit him to the body, but not as much as Floyd Mayweather hit him in the head. I realized that the body can move. The body can move quicker than the head. The head is hard to hit. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on the judges who's judging the fight. If they like you hitting somebody in the face, I mean, I would say they might score a little bit more for you. You know what I'm saying? If they like that compared to the body, because I remember Castillo was hitting Floyd Mayweather in the body when he get him on the ropes, which I told everybody, which I told y'all in a couple other videos, that he does that. That's what he does. He'll let you hit him in the body. You know what I'm saying? Because he wants you to tire out. He wants you to, you know what I'm saying? But that depends. Now, I mean, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying too, at the same time, you might have judges, they might score the fight different, as in if you hitting somebody in the face or the body. Some judges might like the face more than the body. Of course, the body, you can hit somebody in the body more than the face. You know what I'm saying? That's of course, but the face, the head is moving around. You know what I'm saying? That's hard to hit. So they might score that a little bit more for the person who hits the person in the face. And then on top of that, Floyd Mayweather was a well-known name. Not saying Castillo wasn't, Luis Castillo wasn't, but that depends. It's not everybody talking about Floyd Mayweather paid off the judges and all that. Man, get out of here. Look at this then. Okay, then if that's the case, then what about that Sweet Pea Whitaker and Cesar Chavez Julio Cesar Chavez fight? Did Julio Cesar Chavez paid off the judges for that fight? You know what I'm saying? What about the measure? What about Measure Taylor fight versus Julio Cesar Chavez? Did 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 Julio Cesar Chavez pay off the judge of the ref for that fight? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I mean, he's Mexican and Floyd Mayweather's American. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? So don't. I mean, I understand that Americans probably do get some kind of benefit of the doubt to a certain degree because we in America and we are Americans, but don't forget it. We are. I mean, these fighters are who's dominate these fights are minorities at the same time, black and Mexicans and the other, you know, of course, Cubans and Puerto Ricans and whatever. But what I'm saying is, come on now, you know what I'm saying? You gotta think about that. But when I'm going back to the judges when they was judging the fight, some judges might favorite Floyd Mayweather because of his accuracy when he was hitting him in the face. Cause still, that's why he won the fight. You know what I'm saying? His punches it was more clean, and you could see that he hit him in the face. He hit him in the face many a times, and Castillo hit Floyd in the body many times too, I would say. I'm not saying Floyd didn't hit Castillo in the body, but it depends on the judge who you got. You know, so that's not Mayweather's fault. And you know, and they talking about he lost that fight. No, he won that first fight, and of course he won the second fight. You know, and yeah, he's of the generation now. I mean, the generation, yeah, he's the best. You know what I'm saying? He was the pound for pound king when he was fighting. You know, and then under that was Andre Ward, but that's another topic. But yeah, I mean his foundation, his work ethic is crazy, and he like I said, he don't drink and smoke. He don't do none of that. He eat right. He healthy. You know what I'm saying? He don't party too when he had a boxing match coming up and all that. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, and dude, and the brother is a great businessman. He got real estate, and he got a strip club in Vegas, I think, and he got the clothing line, and he got houses here and there and stuff like that. And the cars that y'all see, he leased those cars. And the house that he might be in, he rent those houses. He ain't like he bought the house. You know, he ain't stupid. But one thing I do realize that he did was, you know, saying that, you know, I don't think it was so a good investment. It was a watch, an $18 million watch, but you know what I'm saying? Of course he got the money, but $18 million for a watch? No, you know what I'm saying? But I don't have no money. But I don't think if I had money like him, I'd buy an $18 million watch. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all don't see him giving back too. That's what he do too at the same time, because he know where he came from. So, you know, I didn't realize that until I started seeing clips of that too at the same time. So, yeah, man, Floyd Mayweather, man, hands down is the best ever. Best in this generation. Now, ever, I got to think about that. That's between Sugar Ray Robinson and him. I can't. Muhammad Ali, he was great, but I can't. You know, I think everybody's getting it mixed up. Was he the best in the ring compared to Floyd? I don't know, man. Of course, Muhammad Ali had great competition too at the same time, and Sugar Ray Robinson too at the same time. So, yeah, and then Roy Jones Jr. You know, some people might say Mike Tyson, but other than that, some people might say Lennox Lewis or Vander Holyfield too at the same time. But you know, one thing I like about Vander Holyfield, he was never scared of nothing. You know, he was picked. He fought everybody that, you know, that came his way. Not now Floyd. Now he did cherry pick too. I ain't gonna lie about that. But who doesn't cherry pick? And another thing too with Floyd Mayweather, he take care of his kids, man, and of course he had incidents of, you know, him outside of the ring, of course, with his ex-girlfriend, and you know what I'm saying. So But that's another topic all in itself. I don't need to talk about that. This is who's the best in of this generation is Floyd Mayweather, hands down. But if you want to press a like, or if you don't, then press the thumbs down. This is JT from above and below the belt, and I'll talk to you later. All right, bye.